Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me today. And I'm a little later than usual, so thank you for bearing with me. I'm super excited for this month that's coming up. I know a lot of people are a little bit more trepidatious. The energy is slowing down a bit. Venus is in retrograde, so there's a lot of internal growth and review, and there's going to be a shedding of things that don't serve us. The new moon energy has been wonderful for bringing in new ideas, fresh energy, helping us kind of reevaluate. So you guys have patience this week. Patience is the key. Everyone is kind of going through their own review. Everyone's kind of working through their own emotions and growing, and the energy is causing us to push forward in this manner. It's exciting work. It can be deep work. It's in the sign of Scorpio. So, as a Scorpio myself, it can be deep. It's all or nothing kind of energy, whether you cut it off completely or you really embrace and invest in it. This is a great time, guys, for ourselves, releasing what doesn't work and truly putting both feet into what does. So today I'm going to be using my Power Archangel deck and the Love deck since Venus is in retrograde, just to give some loving guidance to each and every sign and see what's happening this week for you, how you can best navigate this. But when I did meditate before this, the word I got was patience, guys. Patience with yourselves and with others. So understand if anybody this week is maybe a little testy or emotional or a little bit more sensitive, they're going through it too. So just have patience and a little bit of compassion. We're all moving through this. We're moving through it together. When one of us rises, we all rise. Okay, so we're going to start out with Aries. And remember to check your sun, your moon, and your ascendant. Okay, let's just see what guidance comes up for each sign. The way I work is I just channel on whatever they say, whatever guidance they have. So be it. Okay, so let's start with Aries. Okay. And we're going to pull a love card. Ooh, that came up real fast. Okay, Aries, this week for you, it's really asking you to be rational. You have the Chariot, the King of Michael, and I'll show you the love card right now. So this week, instead of becoming emotional or reactive, Aries, maybe you're going through some deep things. Maybe you're recognizing some old beliefs, old habits, things of the heart. This week, instead of being reactive or overly emotional, and when I say emotional, it doesn't mean just crying. That means anger, frustration, anxiety, and lashing out. They're saying, hey, this week, it's going to be intense, it's going to be moving forward, but instead of allowing your emotions to get to you, they're saying be objective, be rational this week. That's what's most important. And on top of that, communication, Aries. So if you're finding that your things are building up, instead of maybe, we all express it in different ways, instead of being like nothing's wrong or giving attitude or being angry, explain to your friends, your partners, your family, so that people can understand, like, hey, I'm moving through this week. I'm a little frustrated. I'm trying to get to the next step, and all this is coming out. Don't bottle it up, Aries, this week. Just make sure you have open communication and do your best to release it in a way that's healthy. Journaling, writing's fantastic. Scream therapy in the car. This week, you have the Chariot, guys. There's a lot of advancement for you, especially in terms of career, Aries. So whatever area you're working on and try to move things forward, whatever project, business, investment, it looks fantastic. It looks like it's going to be really great this week. So just don't let the anxiety of this week get to you. Sometimes it's hard to be motivated when emotionally we're going through a lot of stuff. So the key for you this week, be clear, be open in a positive, responsive versus reactive way, and keep focused. Just choose logic over emotion this week. The love card you have is keep an open mind. This is Aries. Don't be too quick to jump to conclusions. Don't be too quick to judge or assume things. This week, when it comes to your loved ones and any of your emotions, stay open. Surrender it up. I know that can be kind of hard, Aries, and that's my mood. We want to control things, and mostly because we're scared. We feel if we can control something, then, I feel a little bit more safe. In this regard, Aries, this week, when it comes to not just your success and your advancement, but when it comes to your emotions, do your best to surrender up. That's the best thing you can do. Just be patient, don't react, and allow those things to bubble up naturally. I think it could be a little uncomfortable, but it's good for us. It's good not to try to put it into a pocket or to project it out. Just let it come up. Keep an open mind, and if people come in to help, allow them to help. Guys, this new energy is so fantastic, but I can tell just with this Venus retrograde, as people's love lives are changing up, their family dynamics are changing up, friendships are ending. It's crazy, but it's great because Venus is really having you evaluate and let go of what doesn't serve you. So I think that's fantastic personally. It's hard sometimes to let go of relationships or even embrace them if you're afraid of commitment or trust. This is really having you jump to that next level. It's very exciting. Taurus. Hi, everybody. Thank you so much for joining. All right, that one. There we go. And a love card. I just keep tossing until I feel the right one comes up, guys. So thank you for bearing with me. There we go. All right. Taurus, it looks like this week is really about you. You guys have the Knight of Ariel and the High Priestess. And when I say about you, it's not that you're pouring your energy out to family or friends or project. This is really about your own investment, your investment in yourself. This can be financially, in a dream or something that you've been wanting to do. But it's also investments in yourself in terms of listening to your intuition, going deep within yourself this week, Taurus. If you're feeling like you kind of want to pull back, it's not selfish. It's very self-loving, in fact. So Taurus, this week, know that you're guided, you're watched over, and you put a lot of self-work into things, and you're going to start seeing the fruits of those labor. But with the High Priestess card, there's a lot of intuition that's coming out for you, Taurus. A lot of guidance and telling you which way to pivot, where to go, what to do next. Don't doubt that. Don't doubt that. It looks like this week you might need a little bit more support. This is not a bad thing. This is a good thing. Whenever we're trying to make decisions for change, or we're unsure, or we're making big steps, it can feel very scary. But this is a wonderful time. This is a good investment. Trust your gut, Taurus. If you're feeling like, hey, you know what? I want to move jobs, or I really want to invest in a house, or whatever it can be. This week, Taurus, you're absolutely being guided. You're being supported by the unseen. With the Nine of Ariel, this usually shows that someone's going to step in to help you with whatever you're doing. Maybe financially give you some guidance, advice, mentorship, physically help you. So just stay open, Taurus, to receiving it. That's good energy. Receive it. Say thank you and move forward with it. The biggest theme here, too, is, guys, take some time out this week. Meditate, pray, go for a walk, however it is that you connect to your highest self. There's a lot of guidance that's been given to you. It could be given to you in dreams. But it looks like the universe has a message or just some support for you to help you with your next big step. The love card you have is let your friends help you. Guys, this is not a week to try to do it by yourself, Taurus. It's not a week to try to figure things out. Sometimes when we overanalyze things by ourselves, we just get more locked up in stuff. So this week, allow other people who may be a little bit wiser, a little bit more experienced, to give you guidance, support, but most importantly, make sure you connect with your higher self. Because I'm sure a lot of you guys will be getting some gut feelings of which way to go, and maybe you're doubting it. So many people are like, how can I tell the difference between my intuition and my fear? Intuition, even if it's not the answer you want, tends to feel a little bit more peaceful. But that's something we all develop. So this week, it looks like you guys are going to be making some good change, good investments in yourself, and people are going to be coming in to help this week. So hey, just take it slow. Good luck with that, and make sure you trust your gut, guys. So many of us, we're so ready to take the advice of friends instead of our own higher self. You know, trust it, Taurus. Whatever movement you're trying to do, it's going to be good, and it's going to be supported, and you're not going to be doing it alone. Make sure you allow other people to step in to help you with your endeavors. You're not bothering or inconveniencing anybody. The divine works through people, you know, so accept it. Gemini. Let's see. Whoa, that's not it. There we go. And a love card. Ooh, that came up real fast. Okay. All right, Geminis, you have Page of Ariel and Perspective. Guys, you guys are investing in yourself again. Maybe some of you guys are going back to school, doing recertification programs. Maybe you're changing jobs and you need to have that background. Like, you know what, I really want to be a coder, so I'm going to take some classes online. This whole week, because you have the Perspective card, which is the Hangman in traditional tarot, they're saying dare to be different, Gemini. Maybe you're going to try something out new. Maybe you're finishing something. Maybe something's culminating, or you're like, you know what, I'm done with this. I want to move to the next level. I want to invest in myself. You might be looking for scholarships, new work, grants, any kind of opportunity that helps your self-development, Gemini. This is fantastic. And more importantly, the universe is urging you to do this. It might not be in the same line of work that you're doing. It might be a step above. It might be in a different direction. But they're saying, hey, you know what? You have to look at this differently. An example can be, you've been at your job for so many years and maybe it's not challenging anymore. And you just want to change of scenery, change of pace, but you're nervous. Instead of looking at the negatives, Gemini, or the hard things, or what do I got to do? Let's look at it in a different way. What are the possibilities if I do this? What are the opportunities that might present themselves if I do this? You're going to do it anyways, Gemini. These cards are very clear. You're going to do it regardless. What you've got to release is any kind of negative talk, any kind of, sometimes Geminis, you can overthink things and you want to make sure you got everything down pat and everything's in its place. But that's not how the universe works. You just take one step in front of the other and then the next step appears. Guys, this is fantastic. You guys are going to be going in a different direction. You're really investing in yourself. You're almost there. Something different. The only thing that needs to kind of just be left here are things that no longer work for you. That can be past lovers. That can be ideas of the self, old jobs, any old baggage. Leave that behind. This new direction, this new path, it's going to be exciting. It's going to be new. There's so much opportunity. Don't allow anything from the past to kind of cause a trip up. The card you have is release your ex. Now, guys, we're in Venus retrograde in Scorpio. So if you guys are having things come up, we could be very well an ex-lover, an ex-wife, an ex-girlfriend. It can be an old idea. It can be an old way of life. Anything like that, guys, is really necessary to clear your energy out. You guys are kind of going on a new trajectory, whether small or big. But in order to do so, in order to have a clear, fresh start, there's a need to release those old parts of us. We change. Change is the only constant. So this week, Geminis, if you're feeling some stuff come up, some pain, some heartache, an old way of seeing yourself, bless it. It served its purpose. Thank it for what you learned. Release what didn't serve you. And if any of you guys are having problems, energy follows intention, Gemini. So just, if you can close your eyes and just be like, think about it and just say, I'm willing to release this. I'm willing to let this all go now. Universe, God, whatever, please take this from me and feel light and healing in its place. Energy has to move. It follows intention. This is a very exciting time, guys. You're going in a different direction, and I'm so happy that you're doing that. Something fresh, something new. It's needed. It's very much needed. All right, Cancers. Let's see. Ooh, a love card. Hey. All right, Cancers. You also got the perspective card. You have 3 of Gabriel and perspective. Guys, this is about you making plans, Cancer, whether that's travel, investment, it's prosperity, any kind of abundance or excitement that's coming through movement. This is also a card of travel. So maybe you guys have been putting that on the back burner. Maybe some of these Cancers are getting an itch. Like, I got to shake things up. I got to move this energy. I want to see things. I want to do things. I need to get out of this emotional funk. I need to just go out there. And that's absolutely what you should be doing, guys. It's going to be turning out better than you expected. All that it asks is that you have wise planning, Cancer. So this week, if you're like, you know what, I want to plan that trip to San Francisco, or I want to move, or I want to meet new friends, or you guys have this bug of newness, of movement and change, Cancers. And this is great. You do have the perspective card. So take some time in this particular reading for you. Take some time to pause and reflect, because there is a better way of doing stuff. There is a better way that might come at it. So even though you guys have this itch, again, make sure you pause. Do I have all my ducks in a row? Do I have what I needed? Let me double check this, because maybe I can find a cheaper flight, or maybe this is a better course of action. So this is absolutely moving. Your guys' emotional body is meant to move, to be free, to have new experiences this week. So while other people are releasing, a little pain, you guys, your heart is opening and moving, and it's going to be very exciting. So just make sure, again, you do your research, you plan, you put things, it's going to be fantastic. Just cross your T's, dot your I's, and go out there. Whatever you're trying to experience, it's going to be better than you think, as long as you plan, Cancers. The card you have is true love. You guys are aligning. Cancers, you are aligning with your heart self. Maybe you've been through breakups. Maybe you guys have been through a dry patch. Maybe by choice. Maybe you guys have been focusing on career, your health, your own development. Maybe that was an excuse. So you don't have to try again, maybe to put yourself out there again, but you guys are going to, because you're aligning with your spirit. You're listening to your heart. And as you do so, guys, not only are you going to be aligning with the higher love that is yourself, more than likely attracting somebody in. So congratulations. If you're already in a partnership, this will just align you either more with your partner, or if you guys are just not on the same level anymore, it will push it out and bring somebody in that's a lot more, that's a vibrational match to you because you're aligning with your spirit. Cancers, this is a good one this week. I'm super excited for you. If you guys are planning any trips, leave it down below. Let us know how it goes. Take me with you. That sounds so good. Okay, we have Leos. All right, and a love card. Okay, you guys have 9 of Michael and 3 of Raphael. Hey, Leos, let me tell you something. You guys are all about having fun and being out there and connecting, being limelight. And granted, that's a very generalized view of Leos. But right now, Leos, if things are going good for you, the 3 of Raphael is a time to celebrate new announcements. Maybe they're new relationships, marriages, births, houses. Things are actually moving for you, Leo. Don't put in negative energy and expect to shoot a drop. Okay, so you have the 9 of Michael as well and the 3 of Raphael. If you guys are like, things are going too good, it's too good to be true. What's going to happen? Maybe this is going to happen. That's going to happen. If things are finally moving for you, Leos, and you've maybe let something go, got past that, got that job, whatever is actually working, don't sabotage it with negative thoughts this week. So this week, while things on the outside are finally moving or doing great or feeling good, don't allow your inner body, your inner mind to sabotage it. This is saying release your stress, release guilt, shame, fears, anxiety to the universe, because if you don't and you keep thinking of what might happen or this or that, you'll create a self-fulfilling prophecy. It wasn't even meant to happen that way, but energy follows intention. Whatever you focus on for an extended period of time, you manifest, whether consciously or unconsciously. So Leos, congratulate yourself. This is really exciting, one step at a time. It's absolutely understandable that emotions are coming up, especially Venus retrograde, guys. Your worth, beauty, relationships, your relationship with yourself. So if these are old ideas or patterns, insecurities, totally normal. But instead of latching on and identifying with them, recognize them, understand that that's an old story, and ask yourself, do I want to keep living this old story? Because if you do, continue on. But if you don't, that's okay to say, you know what? This was an old story. And it took me this far, and I'm grateful for it. I'm letting it go now, and I'm creating a new story. This is my new story. And then say it to yourself. In this new story, I'm confident. I'm powerful. I'm successful. I'm loving. I'm whatever characteristic. And follow that new story, guys, because there's a lot more where the celebrations come from. You guys are doing fantastic in terms of your emotional body, maybe with relationships. It doesn't have to be romantic. It can be platonic. And the one you have with yourself and your own goals and your striving. So it's normal to be stressed. Just don't identify with it. Surrender it up and take the time to just celebrate. Live in the moment, Leo. Live in the moment. The love card you have is new love. Guys, this is not just new relationships. This is new everything, a new emotional scenarios, new emotional experiences, positive, and it's exciting. Enjoy it, okay? Enjoy it. I understand that you guys could be a little, it's normal. We all have fear. Myself, we all do. No one's perfect. That's why we're human. But instead of living in fear of the future or a repeat of the past, just live in the present, because you manifest from the present, so just enjoy it. Enjoy it and have fun, and congratulations. Now we have Virgos. Whoa, you're welcome to come out, sure thing. And a love card. All right, Virgos, you have the moon and the 4 of Gabriel. Guys, this week you're going to be facing some internal fears. You're going to be facing things that maybe you don't want to look at, the shadow self, things that are hidden inside of you. But this is not something to run from. This is something to run towards. Because once you do, those boogeymen that we create in ourselves, whether it's fear of rejection, fear of success, fear of failure, fear of being so, whatever it is that's inside of you that might be coming up, face it, look it straight in the eye, because it's actually not as scary as we've built it up in our minds to be. And the moment you do, the moment that you face it, not only will you become stronger, but the illusion of fear, the illusion of the scarcity or insecurity or whatever fear you're facing, it dissipates, guys. It dissipates. It goes away. It's when you run for it that it becomes bigger. You know, it's like, you know, those little pictures you see where the shadow looks bigger, but the thing that's actually making the shadows this big, it's the lighting. It's an illusion. The Four of Gabriel, guys, this is a lot of hard work. This is about releasing yourself from burdensome situations. So Virgo, this week, you might not only be facing your fears, but in doing so, letting go of stuff that maybe you've been holding on to for so long, emotionally, just slicing that off and being done with it. You guys have been working so hard for such a long time, Virgos. I've been doing your readings for months upon months. And I understand you guys, you've earned this, okay? You've done such good work, and it's a good time to celebrate, enjoy how far you've come, and not allow old stuff to get in the way. Old beliefs. Maybe you've had an ex-husband, this is an example. Maybe you've had an ex-husband that was very abusive, told you you weren't good enough, smart enough, pretty enough, whatever it was, you know, and through the divorce, you just worked your way, you worked your way, you worked your way. And maybe this week, old stuff is coming up. Old stuff needs just to be released, ideas, beliefs that you've attached, that you've adopted, that you've heard. This whole week is about facing things that are illusory in nature, but that really bog us down on an emotional level. This Venus retrograde is cleaning house, but it's great because it's going deep. It's a deep cleaning. It's not no surface level cleaning, guys. The card you have for love is finance and career. Guys, this is about your self-worth. This is about how you express, what you accept, your purpose in life, guys. This week, I think, is being very much focused on not just work and career, your own work, your own self-development, how you express yourself, how you're serving. This is a very much you-focused week. As well as it should be for all of us. It's going to be very emotional. And when I say emotional, it doesn't have to be like crying. It's just stuff is coming up for us. But it's good. Purge it. You know, a lot of people connect their worth to their looks or to career, to money, culture, status, a multitude of things, guys. But right now, the things you're fearing most are about your worth, whether it's self-worth, financial worth to others. And this needs to be cleansed, Virgo. You are worth everything. You're priceless. But you guys just got to release any ideas that you have accepted or adopted along the way that say otherwise. Okay, so face that. Work through it. Be patient with yourself. You've come such a long way. You've done such good work, and you're going to be celebrating it. And the Venus is just helping you cleanse anything that lessens it. Okay? And if you guys are looking to try a new job this week, absolutely do it. With this particular card, make sure that you don't accept less. Make sure that you strive for what you want. Some people stay in a job for security. They're not happy. They're not, maybe not even getting paid that well. They're comfortable in their discomfort. Not anymore. You guys need to step up, know how much you're worth, your experience, strive higher, and accept no less. Okay, Virgos, good luck with that. You're going to do great. Now we have Libras. Ooh, Libras, your birthdays. Come on. Whoop. Whoop, 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 whoop. That's not them. Okay, 3 came out for Libras. Didn't mean to pull one more for the other, but I'm just going to listen to what it said. And then a love card. All right, guys. All right, Libras, you have 8 of Raphael, the 9 of Ariel, and the 8 of Ariel. Guys, this is about your hard work. This is letting you guys have been working scholastically. You guys have been working on self-development, your health. You guys have been working to kind of get yourself ahead in life. And they're letting you know it's time to act. So for instance, people can go to school and get trained and all that good stuff, but they stay at the same job. You know what I'm saying? You guys, there's something better waiting. You know what to do. So maybe you're comfortable where you're at. Maybe you're a little nervous. Maybe you're a little scared. Hey, it's all part of it, but change is a coming, guys. Hard work, success is in your path. You guys have been doing so much to practice, to move yourself forward, to have that development. And maybe you guys have been pacing yourselves, waiting it out. No, so if you know that, you know, you have to start that job search or start that course or, you know, or that class or that training, whatever it is, guys, it's an action-oriented week moving forward. You guys know you deserve better. You guys know you want better, but it's not enough just to get the training. You have to actually act on it, you know, implement it, apply it. This week, it's all about stepping out of that comfort zone and into a whole new space, which is probably gonna be a little discomforting, but very, very exciting. On an emotional level, there's a lot of need for you guys' development, career-wise, education-wise, any area of self-development. The love card you have is free yourself, guys. Now, It's time to really take control of your life. It's time to take control of what you're looking for. An example could, and this is very common. If people are in a relationship that's kind of stuck, you guys might notice that your career is also stuck, or another area of life is also stuck. You guys need to release aspects of your life emotionally that do not serve you anymore. It can be scary. Maybe you're in a relationship for 8 years, but nothing's happening. Yeah, you love each other, you're used to each other, it's comfortable, but is that what you wanted? Or did you want marriage or a higher level of commitment? This is just an example. So this is what they're saying. Hey guys, we know you've been here, but you actually want more. You're improving yourself. So now it's time to make sure that everything outside of you matches, that career matches your integrity and your skill set and your education and your experience, that relationship matches what you're looking for, what you're striving for, what you're giving and you're perhaps not receiving. Guys, it's an action step. You deserve more. You earned it. You're trained for it. Your experience. Clear everything else that doesn't meet that vibration and move forward. This is a real big action week for you, Libra. It's going to be good, though, because as scary as it can be, you're going to feel like you can breathe, okay? Let me know what happens. Leave comments down below. I love when we share our stories together. Now we have Scorpio. And the last card. Hey. So you guys have solutions and Eight of Raphael. Guys, there's a kind of need to move forward. There's a need to forgive, let go, compromise. This is a time for you guys to really have a healing week. Maybe something's not working out, or maybe you're kind of stuck. You realize there's something more or something better. Guys, this week, take the time, Scorpios especially, to sit with yourself. And there's all these different kinds of things you can do. You can, like, maybe you're letting go of somebody. You can write a letter to them. You can kind of just be like, you know what? I got to accept that this is how things are. And I really want to move forward. I want to find a solution so that I can just move forward. I don't want to get stuck emotionally this week. So don't get wrapped up in the drama. Don't get wrapped up in the he, she, she, or this or that. This is where you're at, guys. That's where you're at, and that's where you want to say, let's find a compromise. Let's find a solution based on patience and self-control. No reactions this week, guys. It's best that you be as objective as possible. Success is going to come for that. And understand that this week is a lot about knowing who you are, what you want. You know, when you kind of get mature at some point, you're just like, okay, you are, I agree to disagree. Like one of those weeks. This week, emotionally, guys, there's a lot of movement. There's a lot being asked for you to move forward. So just any area of your life this week that might have a little consternation or a little bit of hiccup, Scorpio, accept it for what it is. And if that's not where you want to be, it's time to step forward now. It's time to let that go. Don't rehash. Don't try to, fix broken pieces. Sometimes you got to let things lie and move forward. And this is especially in your emotional arena. Emotional doesn't have to be just your relationships. It can be the relationship you have with yourself. Work can be very emotional, friendships. But it's really asking you kind of let bygones be bygones and move forward. The love card you have is this could be the one. This could be the one, guys. And sometimes when we're asking for things to come into our lives, whether it's a relationship, a job, something new, it's really hard for something new to come in when something's already in its place. So this week, if things are coming up, things have to be let go or just buried or rehashed. That's the way it has to be, guys. So this week, be patient. Understand this is the finish line. So if you are a little bit emotional, if there are some communication hiccups with other people, let it be. Sometimes it's hard. Sometimes we want to open our mouths or get back at them or be defensive. No need. Let it go. Accept people for who they are. Let the situation go. It's going to be successful. It's going to be better than you expected to turn out as long as you don't engage this week, guys. Be done with it. Let it go. Move on. Okay, something better is absolutely waiting for you. And this is actually a little bit of an emotional test for you, Scorpios, this week in terms of, have I grown? Have I grown? I've gone through so much in the past year. Am I going to respond differently this time? Instead of latching on, holding on till I can't ride this ride anymore. Maybe just accepting, I know myself enough now that this is not going to work. Or I know myself now that I need this, or I'm going to move that way. This is good. It's almost like putting into place all the work that you've done this week. Emotionally, it's going to be good in terms of this is like kind of like the final, like the finish line. So just let that go. Something else wonderful. When this could be the one, it can be a romantic partner, but it can be any situation or experience that's really in line with what you're looking for. And when you do that, when you don't fight with what doesn't work and just move toward what you want, the universe supplies. Okay, Scorpio? So if you don't feel like, it's going to be a bad week, it's not. It's just really testing your emotional maturity. Be able to let it go, move forward. And when you do that, something better comes in. Okay? Now Sagittarius. There we go. Wow. You're getting 8 of Raphael a lot. A lot of people need to be reassured that there's something better. So don't be afraid to let go of what is. Okay. All right. You guys have 2 of Michael and the 8 of Raphael. Hey, Sagittarius, in terms of your emotional body, let's not overanalyze this week. This is about kind of picking logic over emotion. Don't overanalyze a decision you have to make. Understand that by just making one, regardless, all roads lead to Rome, guys. So sometimes we're like, what if I mess up? Or maybe I should do this? Or what if this is the response? All you have to know is that where you're at is probably might not be where you want to be. And you want it to be this way or that way. So just make any decision. Find a compromise. As soon as you just make a decision this week, Sagittarius, on whatever is kind of gnawing at you, it's going to move you forward. It doesn't matter which one. Doesn't matter which one. That's not the problem. That's not the test this week for you, Sag. Just make it a choice, period. So don't be afraid of that. Emotionally, you guys also have the 8 of Raphael. So letting you know there's something better. So if you're like, I want to make a decision, I want to move forward, don't second guess that. That's your gut telling you something that this can be better. I can get better. I deserve better. The situation can be better than what it is. And I'm not happy sitting in it. You know, an example can be maybe you and your husband or wife are been on the rocks a little bit. Maybe it's just been tense, all these energies. And it's like a big elephant in the room. And you're like, you know what? I can't do this. I'm worried about the reaction I'm going to have. I'm not happy where I'm at here. We have to talk about it. We have to move this forward. This has to be resolved. Something has to be said. Something has to be resolved. Something has to be moved, squashed, talked about, so you can be in a better emotional space. You guys have the card of codependency. Guys, don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. Maybe, you know, we could act real independent. We can act real like, I got this. Don't even worry about that. But deep down, we're scared of taking action because we're scared of losing something, something that we feel we need to be happy, to be safe, to be successful, to be whatever. And this is a real test for you guys. Just make a decision. Don't be afraid. What's meant to be in your life will be in your life, guys. You got soul contracts. And what's meant to leave will leave. No matter how hard you fight it, it will leave. So you might as well take action and make decisions on your own terms in alignment with your higher self to move yourself forward emotionally. Don't be afraid. It's going to be okay. It's going to be totally okay. The outcome you're looking for, something way better waiting in terms of, I'm not saying you have like breakups and things like that. Oh, that's possible. There's a better opportunity, experience awaiting you. Trust that emotionally. Trust that. Don't be afraid. Just codependency is a hard one. We all have it in some form or another, whether it's a person, a food, an activity, drugs. We all have it to some degree, guys, but don't let it hinder you from making choices that are in your highest good, okay? That's where your test lies this week. All right. You're going to do just fine, Sag. You're going to do just fine. Now we have Capricorns. Like my mom. All right. And a love card. Hey, you guys have the Star and the Ace of Gabriel. I love the Star, guys. Capricorns, if you guys have been going through any kind of difficulties, any kind of bumps in the road, whether you're trying to get a new job or going to school or whatever it is, understand that whatever little bumps, you're past the hard part. The difficult situation is coming to an end. So it's not like it's going to get worse before it gets better, Caps. Oh, no, you've already gone through it. Don't worry. It's going to be so good. Everything's going to culminate. Everything you've been working towards, big or small, It's absolutely going to come to fruition, but it's going to come to fruition because you're believing in yourself, not because you've surrendered your power and whatever happens, you're at the whim of the universe. You co-create with the universe, guys. You've been doing such a good job. It's done. You guys are riding on in. With the Ace of Gabriel, guys, this is about opportunities, inspiration, chances to do things. This is also the card of travel, anything that brings you wonder and excitement. You guys did it. So any of you guys that, you know, are a little fearful, like, oh my God, is this going to be tough again? Is this good? No, you did the hard work. Guys, everything you've been working towards, visioning for yourself, you could have been visualizing this for years, whether it's that relationship, that career, that home, that just maybe peace and happiness with your family, whatever it is. It's finally coming to fruition, guys. And it's going to not only afford you a great experience, it's going to afford you more opportunities, because this particular area has been a block in your energy field for just a little bit. And we all have that. This was just your role. If you guys are having any opportunities to travel, to do something different or exciting, skydiving, or maybe hiking in the Grand Canyon or whatever it is, guys, it's going to offer you opportunities to really incite your spirit, to really get out there. So take it. And the reason it's happening is because you guys are finally aligning. You deserve it. Go for it. Go have fun. The love card you have is true love. Again, guys, you're aligning. So yes, you can absolutely attract somebody in, because when you're in alignment with your higher self, you're at the perfect space to find a vibrational match. When you're brokenhearted, sad, and that's not the time, because you just attract somebody who holds the same vibrations. Those are karmic relationships. So this is a good time to either really bring together a current relationship, attract somebody in, or honestly, guys, just being wholly in love with yourself. Caps, you've earned it. You've done such a good job. Enjoy this week. All right. Now we have Aquarius. Whew. Let's see. And a love card. All right, guys, you have the Wheel and the Two of Gabriel. Hey, this is a new beginning, guys. This is about movement forward in terms of your vision, ambitions, and plans. So if you guys are trying to, I don't know, maybe you're trying to patent a new project. Maybe you're trying to remodel your home. Maybe you're trying to get that next level promotion, whatever area in terms of, or maybe you're trying to start a movement. Whatever vision, values, ambitious dreams you guys are having, it's going to start moving forward now, okay? It's going to be moving forward, number one, because you're putting in the energy, but number two, because there's going to be collaborators that are going to be coming in with you guys, okay? This is the end of delays. So don't get nervous of all of a sudden, hey, this person finally called me back and all this stuff begins aligning this week. Don't let that shake you. This is good. It's the divine timing. So if it's things that have been kind of slow movement, maybe you wanted it to start earlier, maybe you wanted a different person to work on a project, it wasn't because this project or vision or whatever you have for yourself wasn't meant to be. It's because it wasn't the right timing, the right people, the right funding, the right opportunities or experiences. It's finally aligning for you guys. Okay, so end of delays is absolutely new direction for you. You guys can keep your day job if it's not your day job. Maybe you want to do a blog. Maybe you want to do tarot online. Whatever it is, it's starting to move forward. So people are coming in to collaborate. Make sure they have the same vision. You guys are on the same page in terms of direction. And in doing so, it's going to move you guys forward a lot faster. So take that up. Okay, guys? It's really great. These are important relationships that are really going to solidify how far this is going to move forward and the ideas that come as a result of it. The love card you guys have is soulmate. Understand, soulmates are not just romantic. They're platonic. Your sister could be your soulmate. Your best friend could be your soul tribe. And these are people that are coming in to help you move forward in this new direction. It could be anything. It could be finally moving out on your own or buying that house. Or maybe you're like, I don't want to wait for marriage or a partner. I want to get artificially inseminated and start my own family. Or whatever, start a TV show. Whatever it is, it's going to start moving forward. And the right people who are in alignment with you, with your spirit, are stepping in to collaborate with you now. Guys, it's just the right energy for it. It's just the right energy for it. So make sure you release what doesn't work, move forward. And don't get scared when things start aligning quicker than you think. Be excited and trust. Always trust your gut with the people that are coming in. But these are divinely sent. More like, ooh, sorry, meant to be a part of it. I hope that serves you. Last but definitely not least, we have Pisces. Inner romance card. All right, guys. You have the Page of Raphael and the Decision card. Guys, in terms of your romantic relationships or even your social relationships, there's a need to make a decision, guys, on what you're looking for, what you want. Sometimes we think we want children or family or a certain kind of lifestyle, but maybe that's culturally influenced. Maybe we think that's what equals happiness. But right now, guys, there's an aspect of your emotional life, whether that's with friends or romance, that's really keeping you bogged down. And the reason it's keeping you stuck or bogged, or you're just not happy, because maybe if you examine it a little bit more, you'll understand that that belief was never your own. That belief might, for instance, very common, women or men, we have to get married by a certain age and have children to be happy because that's what society deems normal. Maybe that's not your story. Maybe you're like, I don't even want kids. Or maybe I don't even want to get married. Whatever it is, really examine where you're at emotionally in terms of your social engagements, in your social relationships, your personal relationships, your familial relationships. They're saying, you know what, there's aspects of your emotional body that are holding you back from really living that life you want. Maybe you feel guilty. Maybe you feel ashamed. There's a lot of women out there, and just an example, that are pushed down because, like, what, you don't want kids? What's wrong with you? There's nothing wrong with not wanting kids. Just because you have a uterus doesn't mean you have to. These are just examples. Or maybe men, you have to be macho or masculine. You can't cry or whatever it is. And maybe you're real sensitive. Maybe you're a reader or a healer and you have to be in touch with your emotions. Really examine this week, Pisces. Any kind of emotional beliefs, cultural structures, or ideas that are really keeping you from living a full emotional life, guys. You got to detox. And when I say detox, it's about detoxing worry, insecurities, guilt. Release all of this, Pisces. You're such a beautiful, sensitive energy. And this is a real good time for you guys to really step in and to really embrace what you actually want. To step out of whatever closet you might be in, to speak your truth, to really align so that you guys can have the relationships and the experiences you deserve. You're not here to live anybody else's life. You're here to live your life. So guys, step out there. New emotional situations are supposed to be presenting themselves. But in order for them to do that, you got to be yourself. And you got to really embody that. And this is the week for it. So if you're finding yourself a little emotional or some consternations, maybe you got to tell your parents some things or your spouse or whatever it is, it's okay. Because you're supposed to live your truth. You're supposed to be this person. We need you to be you in this world. That's what you came here, to help all of us by being your beautiful, authentic self. So emotionally, let's clear this up and align. The love card you have is children. It can be very much, bringing in children, having kids right now. In terms of this, I really feel this is more the innocent self, your true self. Who are you? That childlike sense of wonder. Children have no need to lie. They can say the most hilarious things because they have no filter. It's not until we get older that we're taught to don't say that, don't do that, don't speak like that, don't dress like whatever it is we put on ourselves. Guys, get back to who you are. Get back to the root of who you are, that spirit self. Play, have fun, embrace all of beautiful you, Pisces. So when you do so and you detox, and I would highly suggest also detoxing physically. Your energetic and your physical body are mirrors of each other, your psychological body. So when you clear one out, it actually has effects. You ever clean your room when you feel so much better? You're like, oh my goodness, it's energy. It's energy. So if you guys are having a hard time with the emotional aspect, detox. Maybe do some juicing, abstain from meat, do some yoga, maybe go to a sauna, sweat it out, cleanse the body out, and the rest will also cleanse with it. So if one doesn't work or you're having some trouble, try the other one. They reflect each other. Guys, I hope this serves you. You're going to have a beautiful week. Everything that's coming up are gifts to clear out and be stronger and to ascend and to step up. So don't be afraid. Face it. Most of the things we're afraid of are so illusory. So once it happens, maybe not so bad. Be beautiful. Be you guys. I hope this serves you. You guys have any questions or comments? Leave them down below. If you'd like to book a reading, the link's also there. Otherwise, have a beautiful week, and I will see you next week, guys. Bye.